I don't have the time to go to the gym. I'm too busy for a workout routine. I want to get fit, but I just can't fit it into my schedule. I hear people say things like this all the time. And today I am going to show you just how easy it can be to fit in that gym session, that workout program, which is going to transform your life and kickstart your weight loss journey. I get it. Life can be hectic. Relationships, children, work. When you're getting pulled in so many directions, it's really hard to prioritize yourself and put yourself first. But today I'm going to make it easier for you to start prioritizing yourself, get in that gym and get smashing your fitness goals for the rest of the year. For anyone new around here, hi, I'm Joe. I'm a Team GB gymnast and I help people build a body that they love and they're proud of and the confidence to match as well with my online content and coaching services. If you want more weight and fat loss advice like the ones in this video, in the first link in the description, I'm going to send you to my Weight and Fat Loss in 24. It's going to give you an actionable thing or a lifestyle change that you can implement straight into your life to make sure that you lose weight and body fat over the next 24 days. And it's free. So the first thing you're going to do is map your week out. I've got an example here, and this is a really good exercise. I get my clients to do this, and when you see the hours that you have in a day, in a week, it's the same as any other planning or mapping that you might do in work or personal life. It actually starts to resonate with you just where you can maybe find the gaps. Now, the aim here is to actually look at all the time you have, and more importantly, how we can fit your exercise in around your busy schedule. So this is 24 hours. I've done a week timetable here, just a really rough one. I want you to plan out your week, grab your notes or a pen and paper if you're old fashioned, or what, might have a little whiteboard like me, and I want you to map out your week, start with just the key non-negotiables you have to do, work, school, whatever it is, and then we will add in the other bits. So starting with sleep, I've put 7 hours on this one because I feel like that's a good average. Often when I say I get 8 hours sleep, people go, oh, you're so lucky. And I do like to prioritize my sleep because that's one thing where if I don't get enough, I really struggle to function. But obviously you can swap it if you're getting less, whatever, but definitely prioritize that. Then moving on to the morning. So I've made this a little bit easier to see, but I've given 2 hours here between 6 and 8, obviously depending on your bedtime, 6 and 8, where you can do whatever, maybe a little bit of journaling, coffee, work, sorting kids. I don't know, I don't have kids yet, but this is a really good 2 hour block, which we'll come back to, may be a good time for you to get your gym in. I've then got you an hour here where you're gonna, I don't know, brush your teeth, take the kids to school, drop them off, go to work, all of those things, pick up your coffee, whatever. 9 till 12, we've got work. I've given you an hour for lunch because, well, it reminds me of the in-betweeners actually, where Neil asks on his apprenticeship how long his lunch hour is. I don't know how long you get for lunch, but that's an estimate. Then we've got 1 till 5, the rest of work, presuming you finish, and this is someone obviously working a 9 to 5, you are going to be finished at 5 o'clock. Now, based on my example, if you were having the 7 hour sleep, getting up at 6, going to sleep at 11, we would be going to bed at 11. But obviously I know that might change. You might have more. If you go to bed earlier, you go to sleep, whatever, you can have an extra hour in bed, or might be a little bit later. I don't know. But I want to draw your attention to these last 5 hours. You've just finished work, you've got in, and we're going to presume you're going to sleep at 11. I know this says 10, but you're going to sleep at 11 here to get your 7 hours, because I want to do the most generic one I can and show you where you've got extra time. In here, I've given you 2 hours to be with the kids and whatever. I've given you 1 hour partner time, and I've given you 1 hour for eating, self-care, whatever, book, whatever you want to do. And now I know that depending on your relationship status, your family life, whatever, this may not be easy. This may not be something you can do, but there's going to be a solution for you as well. Based on this 2 hour block at the start, you've also got an extra hour here on the evening to get something in. So our 3 main points, you've got 6 till 8 to get something in, you've got an hour lunch to do something, and you've got an hour after work. So 3 hours total where you could be doing some form of exercise, going to the gym, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get onto this, but it does not have to be an hour and a half of working out solid lifting weights. It's all about how you train. Fitting 45 minutes in here at lunch, fitting 45 minutes after work, straight after work before you go home, whatever, fitting 45 minutes at home before the kids get up, whatever, could be exactly what you need to kickstart your training. This is a great exercise. Obviously, it's going to look different to when, but I want to show you how someone with 7 hours sleep, accounting for time with family, a 9 till 5 and whatever, I mean, if you were me, my timetable looks very different to this, but You have to map this out and you have to look at where you have those times. This is exactly what I help my clients do. I've got people that train in the morning. I've got people that do it at lunch. I've got people that do it afterwards. I've got people who work so hard during the week that they fit the majority of their training in at the weekends. I've got people who don't want to train on the weekends, so they fit it in during the week. And if you want more help with finding exactly when you should train, get your workout in, and making the plan fit around your lifestyle, the second link is going to take you to a page which is going to show you all about my online coaching offering and how I help people do this starting from as little as £20 per week. Next point, I need you to prioritize consistency over perfection. I see all the time people waiting for the perfect 2 hours to go to the gym and do the perfect routine, and often that never comes. Can you remember a time where your life didn't feel busy, hectic? And I don't say this to be patronizing, and I'm not telling you how to live your life, but if we don't implement this aspect of consistency and we don't find how we can make the workout routine, going to the gym, exercising, fit around your lifestyle and your routine, we never will. It's going to change. You're going to be busy. You might have more kids. You might change jobs. You need to find these hotspots in your day where you can be consistent. It doesn't have to be 2 hours. It might be half an hour. I've got people who go into the gym and they train within half an hour, and I program that in. Maybe they do an extra session. Maybe they do 4 times a week instead of 3. Maybe they don't. Maybe they only do twice a week and they do an hour. You will be absolutely amazed, astounded at the progress you can make training twice a week. If when you go in the gym, you know exactly what you're doing, you're following a progressive plan, you can completely transform your physique in 2 hours per week. You absolutely can. A short workout done consistently beats a perfect workout which only exists on paper. You've mapped out your week. You know that you have to do something, but where should you start? I want you to focus on compound movements. This is what I do with my clients. I essentially want you, when you go into the gym, to do exercises specifically that give you your most bang for your buck, if you like. They're going to hit multiple muscle groups at the same time. These are things like your squatting or big pressing movements. If I put you doing a single arm dumbbell bicep curl, I'm isolating just your bicep. But if I put you on an assisted machine pull-up, for example, I'm going to be working your bicep, your lats, some more muscles in your back. I'm going to be hitting multiple muscles at the same time. And this is where selecting actually what you do matters so much. A 30-minute routine focusing on exercises like this and not faffing around with alternating single arm bicep curls, Sally, can absolutely transform your body and work it effectively in 30 minutes. Save the masses of isolation exercises to the bodybuilders. If you don't know where to start and you want some help, I've just released a workout only option where I give you access to my app. I plan your workout so you just don't get access to me one-to-one all the time, the community, the nutrition help and support, and it starts at only £20 per week. £20 per week, price of a few coffees or half your takeaway on the weekend. Is it worth that? Absolutely. Second link in the description. We've mapped out your week. We've looked at how, no matter how big or small your workout is, you need to be consistent and doing it often. And we've even looked at the type of exercises you have done. Now, it's time that you start taking this seriously like you would any other work meeting. Put this in your calendar as a non-negotiable, like taking the kids to school, like a work. Well, I hope that's a negotiable, unless we've got any homeschool viewers, which are fair play to you. But I hope you're taking your kids to school. Put this in your week like it is a meeting that you wouldn't miss for the world. Often I find that before work can be a really good time, before the things in the day derail you, before you get an extra work meeting, before you get asked to do something else that Susan hasn't done in the office because she doesn't pull her weight, whatever it is, get it in. Sometimes early might be better. I know people who like to do it in their lunch break. I know you have to eat on your lunch break, but I once told a client, join the gym, which was like literally round the corner from where he worked, get your food in, meal deal, prep, whatever it is, get that in. You've got 15 minutes, get that in, get into the gym. We'll give you 10 minutes to get into the gym. You've got 30 minutes to then do whatever and 5 minutes to get back into work. And this client was lucky he could push his work a little bit. He could get in, be making a tea or something. But things like that, you could do that 3 times a week and be doing an hour and a half of gym work. Find your consistent slot, make it part of your routine and non-negotiable and not something that you'll fit in if you have time. Everyone's workout schedule looks different, and it's important we don't compare it to somebody else's. What really matters is that you're consistent and you're doing something effective when you are in the gym. If you want more weight and fat loss advice like the ones in this video that's going to help you outside of the gym, hit that first link in the description to get them for absolutely free, and it's going to help you lose weight, lose body fat over the next 24 days. And if you want to find out more about having additional help and support and hiring me as your online coach, personal trainer, the second link is going to tell you how you can get started, everything you need to know, lots of testimonials from clients I work with currently and have in the past, and how it can change your life from as little as £20 per week. Second link, and you're focusing on your training now, which is great, but you need to watch this video because it's going to show you how you need to focus on your nutrition and exactly what you need to do, because nutrition is super important when it comes to weight and fat loss.